Hi, so this is for the women who are over 40, going through perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, and you've gained the weight. It's very stubborn. You're not sure what to do with it, and you can't lose it. And you also may have had some health problems or are having some health problems, and you don't know where to start. There's a lot of confusing and conflicting information out there. I get it. You're not sure what to do or where to start. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 6 things you need to start focusing on and make some shifts in your life. So the 6 shifts you need to start making in your life to begin to regain your health. So boost your immune system, have more energy, begin to release the excess weight, and how you can do that, what kind of works. So this is what the video is about today, and welcome. For those of you who are new, I'm Diana Marchand, and I've been helping women through the midlife transition for quite a few years now. I've been a raw food chef, I've been a personal trainer, yoga instructor, I studied hormones and nutrition, and I combine everything into how I help women through this phase, because what used to work doesn't work anymore. And you know that, right? Because that is why you're here. Okay, so some of the things that we're talking about today are going to be an overview, and I will go deeper in them in future videos, most likely. And make sure you subscribe and check out my other videos also, because I have almost 800 videos on here. I've been doing these videos since about 2011. There's also a lot of recipe videos here that are really about the foods that are right for you during this phase of life. So number 1 is food. So the 6 things, the number 1 is we're talking about is going to be food. And food is crucially important. When women gain weight, sometimes they go right to exercise, right? It's like, okay, well, I'm eating healthy, because you believe you are. And because you're eating what you did in your 20s, 30s, and 40s maybe, and you're like, well, I was healthy then. I didn't have a weight problem then. It's healthy food. It's the healthy food that I see advertised or that people talk about. So it must be good. So you continue with that, and then you start to exercise, let's say, and during this phase of life, exercise needs to be different. It's just a fact. And I'll do another video about that and tell you why in the future. But exercise needs to be different too. What used to work doesn't work anymore. So you go on this crazy exercise program and join a boot camp or hire a personal trainer who's maybe male or maybe young and has no idea about the how important the hormones are in this phase of life. And so you get on the completely wrong track and you gain more weight and you cannot lose the weight. And you're caught in that cycle of feeling like nothing works. Okay? Their food needs to be different in this phase of life. Here's a couple examples. Oatmeal and bananas. Those are 2 things that cause weight gain in this midlife phase. Fruit, eating fruit on its own, like a snack, or after dinner is kind of like a dessert, or even in the evening, like grapes, maybe having a mango, having things like that, actually will cause weight gain during this phase of life. Even though fruit is healthy, even though oatmeal is healthy, they cause weight gain. So there's these certain foods now that are even seen as healthy that actually cause weight gain in midlife, way more than before. And if you continue to eat them, you will continue to gain the weight and not lose the weight. Now, obvious things like bread, muffins, scones, even gluten-free, all of those starches, the heavy starches, and the rices and the lentils and the beans and lentils and beans and stuff are healthy, but they cause weight gain. Now, you don't have to give them up completely, but it's also now about changing how you eat certain foods, the amounts you eat of some foods and the amounts you eat of other foods. What I find working with women, 100% of the cases when I start one-on-one, is they do not eat enough of the really good healthy foods, the right foods that actually feed and fuel the glands that produce the hormones, so that those glands are being fed the right things, the building blocks they need to work properly to produce the proper hormones to help better balance your body. When they're not being fed properly, they cannot do their job very well. This is where a big part of this is. And then you're eating too many of foods that may be seen healthy or that our society has everywhere and it's hard to get away from, especially if you're eating out. You're eating way too many of those, and you're eating those foods, more of those foods that cause the weight gain. They also cause inflammation within your body. They also lower your immune system. They also cause foggy brain. And in midlife, you have enough of that going on, right? The memory problems, some of the brain fog, the anxiety, the depression, the ups and downs of emotions, the digestive problems. And in this phase of life, midlife, your digestion can be way off. And certain foods irritate your digestive system, and other foods help it. So knowing the differences in those is crucial. You don't have to be bloated all the time. You don't have to have like constipation or this or that, right? Acid reflux, which is what I suffered tons from. So an example for acid reflux, I was suffering for years with that, not understanding that when I was in midlife phase, because of the way my hormones and my body was working, that I had to decrease or not eat the heavy cooked starches, stews, soups, anything that contains some starches like root vegetables or rices or beans or lentils or pastas or anything like that cause really bad acid reflux. Chili, I was vegan though, I was vegetarian, so. But even all the vegan, all the vegetarian stuff, anything that is like that caused me a lot of grief. When I got rid of those and replaced it with the other foods that actually really help nourish your body in the right way, instantly I felt better. My acid reflux went away. And it does only come back now when I eat more of a heavier lentil dish, right? Even a vegetarian stew or something. But then it goes away when I regain back eating more vegetables and greens cooked and raw, right? So food is different during this phase of life. I can guarantee you that even if you think you're eating right, no, you're not on the right track. If you still have lower energy, if you still can't lose the weight, okay? And I just want to remind you, feel free to reach out to me because I do coaching in 101 and I have an amazing 3-month program coming up in 2021, in February 2021, that is absolutely going to transform things for you. And the second thing we're talking about today is time for you. Yes, one thing that you need to change to begin to regain your health, feel better, more vibrant, more energy, decrease the weight, let your body detoxify properly, let your body start to release the weight in a healthy way, is time for you. Stop saying you're too busy. You need to make some changes in your life. Otherwise, the dis-ease within your body will lead to disease and illness. That is just a fact. And maybe it already has. You know, you could be somebody who already has a health scare or had a health scare. And you're like, oh my God, I really need to eat better, clean up what I eat. I need to change my life. Well, that's why you're watching this. So time for you, which could mean rearranging things in your life, right? Like, okay, I've been doing things this way for a long time. It definitely has contributed to me being so out of balance that my body's now in a health state. Or you are heading that way. Loving boundaries, setting up loving, powerful boundaries with the people you love and the people you work with. That is crucial. It doesn't have to, you can do it in a loving, wonderful way. And I teach all my clients that in a way that really feels good to everybody. Number 3 is stress reduction. Stress trumps everything, even good food. So if you're eating really clean, really good and going, oh my God, I'm eating these great foods, and having great smoothies, but then you're still up here in this high stress response continually, you will not lose the weight at all. Your body will not come into better balance. Stress lowers your immune system, blunts hormone production, therefore you cannot come into better balance, stops weight loss. You will not release weight loss, especially in midlife, if you are consistently highly stressed. It burns out your adrenal glands. You'll end up in adrenal fatigue. Therefore, your adrenal glands cannot produce hormones. Therefore, your body cannot come into better balance. It higher insulin levels. High cortisol can lead to high insulin levels, can lead to thyroid problems. See what I mean? Therefore, consistent stress in the survival mode, fight or flight all the time, even if it feels normal to you, very, very detrimental to your health. Emotional and your physical health. Anxiety, depression, fear, worry, stress, that up there, and as well as every organ in your body is affected by stress. Every cell in your body can lead to a toxic body. Stress, continuous stress, you're releasing continuous toxic hormones in your body and toxic chemicals in your body that are very, very hard on your body, and they will break down your body, which again leads to illness and disease. And of course, we're talking about your heart and all that, right? You know that that's negatively affected by stress. It ages you way faster, more wrinkles, more gray hair faster. It really ages you faster, so declining health. right? Number 4, kind of taking time for you anyway, rest and relaxation. And I'm going to add supplements and super powders. So I don't think I added that. Really nourishing your body with the right nutrients, packing in more minerals, high alkaline foods, and minerals and good fats. Good fats are the food for your glands that produce the hormones. If they don't get enough, they don't work properly. And of course, good fats are great for your brain as well as minerals, right? So minerals are high alkaline. So you can look up the difference between alkaline and acidic foods. Most people eat way too many acidic foods: alcohol, sugar, meat, dairy, breads, pastas, rices, all of those things, even some beans and lentils, cheeses, alcohol, sugar, coffee, all of those things. So the balance is way more acidic than alkaline, and lemons are high alkaline, one of the most high alkaline foods. So there's certain foods, you can just Google alkaline and acidic foods. So rest and relax. If you do not have time to rest and relax, your body cannot rejuvenate, recover, and heal. So if there is this imbalance, if there is this health problem, if you don't allow yourself to rest and relax, and that includes making sure as you do it, your stress response is down, then your body can begin to naturally detoxify and to come into better balance, because it affects all hormones, chemicals, and your body needs the rest for recovery, for healing. It will not heal, recover, rejuvenate when you're in consistent stress or when you never slow down. Number 5, which is mindset. And I'm going to add in there faith, hope, self-love, self-acceptance, right? As well as, of course, setting up some soul practices, some things that are really good for nourishing your soul, your spirit, you, that feel good to you, bring you joy. And also mastering your mindset. So if you are like, I'm just too busy, I just can't do this, and oh my God, everything happens to me, and why are these people stressing me out, and I don't understand this, and my life never really works out. Look at that. I had a downtime, but then something always gets in the way. I can never lose weight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm always doing something wrong. I'm the type that emotionally eats. I sabotage myself over and over again. I just can't do this. It seems so hard for me. All of that loops here and is often unconscious and on autopilot consistently. Your self-talk, your beliefs, your limiting beliefs, the way you think about yourself. All of that greatly affects your health. Your emotions and your feelings have energy, and we are all just energy, our bodies. So everything you think, you feel, you say, you believe affects you at a cellular level. If you believe truly you cannot lose the weight, you won't lose weight. If you believe truly that you're fat and you're never going to lose the weight, you won't lose the weight. If you believe that you can't stay on track, that you're consistently sabotaged, that everything's just too hard, it's going to be too hard, right? So that's what I work with in all my coaching and my programs too, is really, let's end those patterns, those old thought patterns, and let's switch them to new, positive, health-minded, finding your why, setting up things. And then having the faith and trust in yourself again, that you can rely on yourself to make these changes, right? Motivation comes from inside you. You don't find motivation in me. I may inspire you, but you need to find what motivates you, right? And we work on that in all my programs and coaching also. So like I said, feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook, Diana Marchand. My website, dianamarchand.com. You can notify me from there. And also you can comment below. And I would love to hear your comments below. What are you struggling with right now? What are some of the things in your life that feel out of balance, that don't feel right, that you know you need to change, but you've been ignoring and putting off? Let me know, right? The last one, which is number 6, is seek help. Seek help. So many women think, oh, no. I can just buy a book, watch YouTube videos all day, which is great. That is part of seeking help. But when you're trying to digest 1,000 bits of information and you can't figure out how to put them together, or what really applies to you or what will work for you. It's very confusing, overwhelming. And you may try one thing, another thing, like diets, right? I'm going to try this little bit of a diet. I'm going to try this. Oh, that person says this is healthy. Oh, that person says that's how they lost weight. You try these bits and pieces, but you're not sure. You don't know what's working, what's really working. You don't stick with it. You don't have accountability. You don't have guidance and support. And you're really not sure in what you're doing. You will not get results that way. And so maybe you're stuck in that little bit of a thing right now, right? Where you're like, oh my God. Because it is hard of us to think, I need to hire a coach, or I want to hire a coach. When you're like, oh my God, there's so much information out there that's free. Why would I even need to spend money on myself? And women, yes, you sometimes think, I don't need to, and I shouldn't. I have too many other things going on in my life. I can handle this one day, right? Like, well, in a few months, I will have more time for this. Or, when this crazy time in my life ends, I will make time for myself. If you haven't, you won't. Because if it was really a priority for you, you would. So you can know what's a priority and top value by what you spend the most time doing. So it could be, I have so many other people to take care of in my life. I have so many responsibilities, on and on and on, that I don't have time for me. You right there are showing what you value. What you value is, of course, doing for others, which is great, but you're not valuing yourself. Because maybe you were raised saying that it's selfish to spend time on your own. It's selfish to put yourself first. It's selfish to put your needs above others. All of us, we were all raised that way, right? So we believe wholeheartedly that we'd be a bad person if we started saying no to people. We'd be a bad person if we spent an hour on us each day. And you don't have to spend that much time. I'd be a bad person if I didn't go and see that person when they asked me to, because I felt too tired or exhausted. So I'm going to push through it and go see them because I'm not important. What they think of me is really important. So I want you to look at that in yourself, right? Just look at that. And what I really want to stress also is each person, we're not talking about little kids because little kids need you, but each person is fully responsible for their life. Their life. Are you enabling some people? Are you thinking you need to control other people? You need to take care of them because they possibly cannot take care of themselves. And if you have an elder parent who is dementia or you got to take care of them, but you can also get help with that. Okay. So I want you to realize if you see somebody going downhill and you give up all your self-care to help them, you will end up going down the hill of health also. So instead of having one person whose health is declining, you now have two. And that's you. And then you are unable to take care of them. And then you need someone to take care of you. That's not the way to do it. By you taking certain times throughout your day to nourish you, find out what fills my cup up, and do that every single day, even if it's for 10, 15 minutes. You will have and feel better and work on your health, healthy eating, all that. You will way better be able to help someone else. While you feel good, have more energy, feel proud of yourself, feel vibrant, feel positive. Do it out of love. Don't do it because you feel so, you have to do it. I have to do it. I'd be a bad person if I didn't do it. I couldn't live with myself. Stop the victim story. Just stop it right now. Every person is deserving taking care of themselves. Every single person gets to take really good care of themselves. All right, that's my message for you today. And I do have a fantastic 3-month program, 90-day program coming up called Transform. It will be transformational. You will really help bring your body back into better balance, and then you can release that stubborn weight because you will be eating the right foods that nourish and feed your cells, feed your body, feed your hormones, the exact foods they need during this phase of life to work properly and bring things into better balance. We're also going to talk about exercise so you can actually do the right kind of exercises for you and actually get results. And if you don't want to exercise, that's totally fine, because the food is actually the most important thing, and the stress reduction. Okay. So it would be food, stress reduction, exercise if you want to hold off would come later. But those that are exercising now and you want to keep it up, you might as well be doing the right thing. Might as well be doing something that's going to get you the right results, right? All right, reach out to me, dianamarchand.com or Diana Marchand on Facebook. And my group, God, Women Creating Healthy Lives. Make sure you come and be part of that Facebook community for women over 40, and it's free. So much love to you. Bye-bye.